welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Observer's Everyman crossword. This is being published on Sunday the 8th of June 2025. I have to say the Observer's because I haven't quite got used to the fact it's moved across from the Guardian, and I only ever look at the Observer for this. I had a little play with my settings just now because every time I come into it a week later, because I only ever do one crossword a week with it, I have to kind of set it all up and check it works. I think it works. That's my theory. So I'm just going to click there. It seems to tab around. Clock's moving again. It doesn't move when I'm just done thingies. As ever, I will just say that I published this a week later because it is a prize crossword as far as I know, and therefore can't publish the answers. I don't want to spoil the prize. Right, enough of that. I'm going to hit start again and, well, start again. Let's reset the timer. There we go. A crude base pounded for condiment. That's going to be an anagram of a crude base. I don't know what it is though. Yeah, I'm not good on condiments. Having each time bumped off somber hitman in German city. Feels like it ought to be Berlin or something. Bremen. Okay, Bremen is the one. This one says goodbye forever to snob met in resort. Entombs, I think. This one, calcium rich liquid hurtling earthwood. Is that an anagram of calcium rich? Hurtling earthwood would be Ca. Rich liquid could be. Bird of prey, eagle. In earnest. Left in earnest. Eager. Yep, eager. Auteur's work in retrospective 1051. M0 was, sorry, not 0. 51. 50 is L. I. Moly? Is that going to be what it is? Don't know. Moyer. In retrospect, Ilom. Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh. Okay, let's come back to that one. The crude base, condiment, baking powder, beta, backer, I don't know. Group of rows is an 8. I know that. 8. Called out 8. Oh yeah, 8s are AYTS, I think it is, for an island. A crude base, what have I got here? Bread, condiment, bread, sauce, okay. Got one last, right, good. Primarily cannon, that or carome, okay, nice, that's the word carome. Hides vase that's damaged, looks like an anagram. Hides vase, adhesive. Adhesives, because there's 2 S's. Quite like the script today actually, so far. Must be a dream, mustn't it? Supply more cured meat, all over hope for dream. It's an anagram, more cured meat. More dream. Don't know. Dream. Come on, that one. I've got some more letters perhaps. Ladies. Devices offering comfort. Is that an anagram of ladies' devices? Devices is 7. Ladies is 6. So no. Ladies could be the lavs. But what will go in front of that? Comfort. Salvation. No. Okay. Let's go on to Terry Sorbees, bizarrely, as help in making beer. Terry is 5. Sorbees is 7. Yeah, that's okay, so that's just an anagram, isn't it? Water. Something water. I don't know what it is. I'm going to put water there. AE, or the initials for water. I'll think about the anagram later. Detains trainees. Detains trainees interns. First sign. First is primary. Initial. Initial that one. Might need a bit more. Argentine is tangerine. Oh, let's see if I can spell that correctly. Tangerine. Deliver a new flipping low. Deliver. That looks like AN. And wall doesn't work. Deliver. Lamb's mum runs all sorts of water. Um, ewe, isn't it? Ewer is where you get yep, a jug thing that comes up in crossword land a lot. Troubles, overwhelming perhaps, foil everyman's business. Troubles. Feels like there ought to be an anagram there in somewhere with troubles or perhaps. Foil everyman's business. Not sure about that. Right, I've done that. Dream. Oh, I really don't want to have to do that yet until I have to. Until I've got one more. What have I got here? Calcium-rich liquid hurtling earthward. Is that an anagram of hurtling? That'd be 8 letters. 4 and 5 though. Hard. Don't know. Okay, let's go back to the downs. Affection gleaned from Tin Tim, a cyborg. Is that a hidden word? It must be, mustn't it? Is it Obe? No. Oh, actually, yeah. Because I think I've got that wrong way around. Let's look at that one again. So Tin Tim, intimacy. There we are. Intimacy is the hidden word. Herbs are rearranged components to present. Tudor ship is the Mary Rose, isn't it? Mary Rose, which makes that 1051 is M. What is it? 1051 because I've got to turn it round. M 50 is L. MLI. Is that all 1051 is? MLI. Film. Work. French. F for French and then film, I suppose. Yeah, okay, film. Okay. Okay, so what's this one? Is this an anagram of Earth? Hurtling earthward. It's an anagram of that, isn't it? Which is hard water. Calcium-rich liquid. Yes, hard water, of course. This probably rhymes with the one I haven't got yet, the dream thingy. Question about York and Orleans. That's no surprise. Let's look at this. When reversing, I never looked at this one. When reversing, drive into no Shakespeare master. Somewhere in South East Asia is. Oh gosh, brain's just gone. Manamar. How do you spell Manamar? Ram is to drive into. No Shakespeare master. Myanmar. There we are. My brain's got it. Where's that? How's that work? Master into no. N. Shakespeare master. When reversing, drive into. Myanmar's definitely in Southeast Asia, and I'm pretty sure that's the answer. Ram, nay, M. I didn't get that bit. Nay, M. I'll come back to that. Oh gosh. What? Question is what? Surely. What? About York. That's new. What's new, Pussycat? I think. What's one's? That's no surprise. Something new, isn't it? I think. Let's put an NEW there. No new. This. Oh, the lady's device is offering comfort. No, it's not happening. Alright, so look at the next down. Once called, enjoys fancy meal, initially suppressing. So you'd think that's an anagram of that. Once called was nay, knee, suppressing a fancy meal. Desire for attention is, could be narcissism, don't think so. Conveniences, that is. Comfort, conveniences, yeah, I think so. Whatever is new. I think. Whatever is new. Not sure about that. This, deliver a flipping, N-A, deliver, N, N-A, sure, okay. Let's go back to the downs. One that's called is knee, or nay. Enjoys fancy mill. There's going to be a knee, nelm, neelm, doesn't really work, does it? Initially suppressing as S, fancy mill. I have to work out what this, these two. So if that's whatever is new, dream. I should really just do that, shouldn't I? But I'm not going to. This one, strong drink and some kebabs in theory, is absinthe. Hidden word. So it's entangled, chance, receiver of stolen goods, decapitated, so that's offence without the F. Punishment, deterrence, no. Dispatch, sentence, okay, sentence, yeah, that works. Relatively pleasant young Germans. Relatively pleasant, nice young Germans are Herr and Dame. Is it Dame? It can't be that. It can't be that. Can't need to know my German that well. It's a long time since I've done German. Fraulein's. Trousers, loud and large, are last thing in grooviness. Flares. F-L-A-R-E. Yeah, nice. Clever word. Again, good old Everyman knows it. He's very good at these. Even though I have grumps about him some days, he is fantastic, clever cluing. Heavens. Abrupt right for one doing slalom. Skier. What is that? Skier. Heavens. Skier. Definitely skier. Abrupt. I think. Right is R. I think it's a snowboarder, but okay, let's come back down there. Done all those troubles. Crosswords. Every man's business is crosswords, definitely. Take a look at this, yeah, the young Germans. This one, first sign, initial. Did I say initial? I don't know. Sign. This one, this is bread sauce again. Did I say that was water? Yeah, I did. Is it water? Berries. Okay, I'm gonna have to write this down and work it out. More cured meat. What was it? Yeah, more cured meat. More cured meat. E-E-E-A. Okay, dream. Dream is gone. The dream is gone. Gosh, and also the R and the E. The other R and the E. So I've got a T M. I've got T M C O E U. I've got the O as well gone. Right. Dream come. Was it? Dream come true. Okay. Dream come true. Whatever is new. This must be Brewer's Droop, is it? No, Brewers. Again, Brewer's Yeast. Hang on, no, it can't be yeast. Let's go after. Where's Terry gone? Terry, come back. Terry saw bees. There we are. Terry saw bees. Oh, what have we got there? Terry saw bees. Brewers? Must be Brewers. What's that? Brewers. Brewers yeast. Okay, that's interesting. What? That isn't whatever then, is it? That isn't. Brewers yeast fits. So what? What? Is that is? What? Is it what even? 442. What? Is that conveniences? Yeah, it must be. The ladies is a convenience, definitely. What? Dream come true. Something is new. Definitely is something is new. Letter word. The only word I can think of is east. Let's work out this one. Oh god, I'm almost done actually, aren't I? Let's take that out. I'm not sure about that. This was once called as neediness, neediness. Okay, go with that. So this just leaves these two here really. Kidder, relatively pleasant is young Germans are kinder, kinda. Nadir, that must be flipping low. Deliver, don't quite. Ridan, don't quite. Rid, okay, deliver, rid, yep. Deliver from evil, which just leaves this one. What? Eats you? What? I have to just double check this. Really, Terry saw. I'm sure it's correct though. Saw bees. Right, and we've got BREWE other R SYEAST. Brewers yeast fits. What have I got? What have I got wrong or right? I mean, my own mark I can't quite work out, but I'm fairly sure the question is what? What is? What says east? What X? What ends? Am I being thicky here? Easy. What easy is new? What easy is new? What? What miss is new? So York and Orleans have not got a new on them, but they are new. What? What easy? The big easy? No. I can't. What can fit in there? What X? X's? The X. 4423. What? Is convenience is spelt with that? Convenience is. I'm sure that's spelled correctly. British East is definitely what? So we've got dream come true, whatever is new, but it's not A, is it? What as? Sure, it's not A. How annoying. 15 minutes to this point and then what? I tried east, haven't I? What east is new? What E? ZX. Eeks. Right, I'm going to put it on pause while I think to myself about this. Okay, I've got there. That wasn't too difficult really, was it? What else is new? Except something's wrong in my crossword somewhere then. What else is new? Surely that's wrong. Right. So what have we got? Bread sauce, yep. Film, accrued base. Film, because it should pop up and tell me that everything's right. I'm going to go through in pause mode. I think I've seen my problem. It's because I haven't spelled this correctly. Oh, and that's Kinder down there. There we go. Right, yeah, well, So yeah, about, well, it's probably about a minute less if I'd not typoed again. 20 minutes though, that's what I like every man to come in at. Right, let's go through those clues as best I can. We've got one across. We've got bread sauce is an anagram of a crude base. Pounded is your anagram indicator, and bread sauce is a condiment. Um, Auteurs work is a film. So the auteurs, the French auteur, cinema, French cinema. The French here though is giving us the F, and in retrospect, 1051. So 1000 is M, 50 is L, and 1 is I. Retrospect is saying put that backwards. Bird of prey is the eagle. We've got an L for left going into eager, which is earnest. Earnest is eager, but not quite. So take the R off of eager, put an L instead, gets you to eagle. Hard water is a calcium-rich liquid, which is why I get limescale in my kettle. And hard water is also an anagram of earthwood, and hurtling is your anagram indicator. Says goodbye forever is in tombs, and snobmet is an anagram of in tombs, and it's not in a resort, it's in a resort snobmet. Right, this one I've got to have a think about, so I'm going to pause while I look at it. Right, I think what we've got here is we're reversing, so read the answer backwards, and we've got drive is to ram. No in Shakespearean is nay, so I think it's just saying it's an Old English word for no, which is nay, and then M is master, and somewhere in Southeast Asia is Myanmar. Previously Burma, I think. I have once stopped over there on a flight from Australia, I believe, if I recall rightly. Right, perhaps the ladies. So the ladies is conveniences are toilets, so the ladies is an example of toilets. Perhaps is therefore telling you it's an example of that. Conveniences, and also devices offering comfort are things that are convenient. They are conveniences as well. Terry sorbets is an anagram of brewer's yeast. Bizarrely is your anagram indicator, and brewer's yeast helps in making beer. We've got double definition of if you detain someone then you might intern them, and trainees are interns, got the internship at the local company. Both those are plural, so interns with an S on it. And likewise we've got another double definition here of the first time something happens is the initial time, and to sign, if you sign a letter then you might be initialing it. Tangerine is an anagram of Argentine. Mixed is your anagram indicator, and tangerine is a fruit. Right, what's going on here? Oh yeah, deliver a new flipping. So flipping is saying, if we read this clue backwards, we've got rid, A-N. Well, the A is in the clue, and N for new is obvious. Rid equals deliver, so I know that, in the Lord's Prayer, say, deliver us from evil, i.e. rid us of evil. And the low point is the nadir. What's next? On to the ewer. The lamb's mum is a ewe, E-W-E. And then R for runs. Cricket notation gives you a source of water. Well, a ewer is a type of jug, so there might be water in it. Troubles, overwhelming perhaps. Foil everybody. Okay, so what have we got here? Troubles overwhelming. So cross. Troubles overwhelming. Make you cross, I think. I certainly perhaps foil. A foil is a type of sword. Okay, cross. Okay, so sword. Yeah. Okay, so that's quite clever actually, because you've got C-R-O-S and then the S at the end is troubles, cross, and they are overwhelming. So they are going across sword, which is a foil, and every man's business is obviously doing the crossword, doing crosswords. So yeah, it's that first four letters cross with an S on the end for the other part of cross, and then sword inside that. Having each time bumped off 50%, so let's take off 50% of somber, gives us the BRE, and from Hitman take off the HIT, gives you Bremen, which is the German city. A group of rows is groups of rows. Actually, it's quite key that it's groups, because a single group of rows is an 8, and therefore groups of them are 8s. And called out as saying it's a sound like of little islands now. Little islands are called 8s, which are also, which is what they sound like. I think they're spelled AYTS. Supply is saying is an anagram of more cured meat, which is dream come true. And yeah, if your dream comes true, then all I ever hoped for. And that's a rhyming pair with what else is new, dream come true. Not great rhyme, but dream come true, what else is new. Hides vase is an anagram of adhesive. That's damage is saying is the anagram indicator for hides vase, and glue, etc. are types of adhesives. Sorry, adhesives is plural. Primarily, so this is one of his trademark clues. We had the trademark clue, I think, for crosswords down here. So we've got C for cannon, A for adroit, rebound, or miscue gives us the carome, which is what that all-in-one gets you to. Affection is intimacy. Gleaned from is saying there's a hidden word across tin, Tim, a cyborg. Start in tin and go across all those words. The Mary Rose is the Tudor ship. It was Henry VIII's flagship, I think. And herbs rearranged components. So the herb in question is rosemary. So change rosemary to Mary Rose. Right, what question about New York and New Orleans? What else is new? I'm just wondering if there's anything more going on about the else. What else is new? What else? What else is new? That's no surprise. That's no surprise. Just seeing if there's anything really common. So, well, I would say what else is new is a surprise. You know, what would surprise me? What else is new? Tell me your news. Is that what's going on? What else is new? Question about New York and I don't know really. I mean, York. Basically, it's New York and New Orleans, obviously. Oh, okay. So it's saying, apart from York and New York and New Orleans. Well, it's no surprise they are new. But what else is new? You know, like New Hampshire. What other things is new? What else is new? Okay. What do you got? Once called is Nay, N-E-A, I think that's what it's at. Enjoys a fancy meal is dines, and then initially suppressing is saying take the initial letter of suppressing an S, which gives you neediness, which is a desire for attention. A strong drink is absinthe, and some is our classic hidden word indicator that absinthe is starting in kebabs, goes through in, and finishes in theory. Punishment dispatched, where you've received. Oh, punishment is your sentence. Dispatched is sent. The receiver of stolen goods is offence without the F. So take the F. Decapitate is saying take the F off of fence to get the ENCE part. Relatively pleasant. Relatively, so it's kinder. It's more kind than something that isn't. So it's relatively pleasant. Comparison-wise, and young Germans are Kinder, which is the German word for children. Trousers are flares, the big bell-bottom flares. Loud is F, so forte means play loudly in musical notation, so it's signalled by an F. Large is L, I think. Yeah, L for large, then we got R is in the clue, and the last thing in grooviness is an S. I didn't get this one, do I? Heavens, skies. Okay, yeah, heavens abrupt, right for one doing solemn. So, okay, heavens is skies, but it's abrupt. So take the S off of skies and then add an R for right gives you skier, and a skier is someone who does slaloms. So there we go, all done. Just over 20 minutes. Probably should have been about 15, 16 minutes if I could have got what else is new and actually not made some typos. But thanks for watching.